going up. We going crazy, going bonkers. Produced by Ziggy, Zay Ticket. Believe that.
It ain't peaches, it'll deceive you, boy, believe me. What you know about a jungle made with nothing but semen. No creepy crawlers, just heathens that prey on your weakness. Smell the slightest hint of fear, and the stainless you'll eat it. Gang bangers that greet your test on their face like Weezy. Pulling up by the ounce, walking around looking sleepy. I'm from a town, no integrity, a broken city, disrupted. I know niggas were real hook now, turning into suckers. When it comes to murder, it's nothing. Rallos get pulled over scuffles. Bumpy road around this motherfucker, your life means nothing. It ain't peaches. Niggas walking around with no feelings, with a chip on their shoulder, saying the world don't feel it. Trying to earn them some millions so they can split with they niggas. I know cats that died broke because they lost all ambition. When it comes out to get
Welcome back to More to Live For. We got another exclusive interview. We got a special guest with us tonight. She was here before, and she, it was fortunate for me to be able to, to keep in contact with these good people, and we're able to do another part of this great interview. So we're gonna kick it off just like that. We're gonna get the ball rolling. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm doing all right. For the people who didn't see the first interview that we did, could you introduce yourself again?
I'm Lady G.I. from Rolling 60s, aka Momo. For people who ain't from the streets, they just call me Momo.
Okay, all right, pretty cool. Like I said, I definitely want to, thank you for doing this. The first time, man, as well as this time too. So some of the things I didn't get to ask you the first time that we, that we did this, because we both had a lot going on at times. But I kind of wanted, to tap in, to the lifestyle, of a lady crip, and how that is, growing up, and like mainly, I just don't want it to be, to be misinterpreted here on the East Coast, as far as the danger, that's in it, as far as like, with the female side, I just wanted to, to be clear that the female side is just as dangerous as the male side.
Right. Well, growing up in the hood, well, I ain't gonna say growing up in the hood, because I didn't grow up in the hood. I actually grew up on the east side. I moved to the hood when I was like 15 years old. So when I got put on the hood, I was about like 15 and a half, like almost 16. And it's just as tough as the guys. Like, like we have to do almost the same. I ain't gonna say almost. We have to do the same shit that they do. Like, they expect us to squabble. They expect us to do what we got to do when it's time to do what we got to do. Like, we get disciplined the same way. We don't get beat up like by niggas or nothing, but we get the same treatment. We get ran for this. When we get disciplined, we get ran by multiple homegirls. Sometimes it could be one-on-one, multiple phase, or it could be like a mini pack out, 2-on-1, and all that. But far as like just on a day-to-day basis, we don't get like hard treatment as bad as the dudes, to where it's just like politic. But when the politics do come out, it's real.
I heard that. So the put on process, like I definitely understand what that is for a male, but is the same way for a female?
Yeah, so like some hoods go by like where they from. So we from out the 60s, so it's 6 fades, or it's like a few fades, 6 minutes. 60 seconds, and stuff like that. So you would take like 6 fades, and it'd be like 60 seconds is like a quick minute, each fade. Like, you get to sip some water here and there, but it's like all gas, no brakes. Like, get in there, go. Like, and they want you to perform. And back in the days, in my time, when you didn't perform right and you didn't have the squabble in you, you couldn't even be from the hood. Like, you had to come back. Like, you ain't ready. Come back in a few years and you could try it again.
I heard that. Something else that I remember you saying from the last time that we got together, you were saying, the fact that, inside the Lady G's, the cliques that y'all have, like, some, internal issues that you may have, with with any game, but being the fact that y'all females sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, it's easier to talk things out.
Nah, it ain't no talking nothing out. You catch your enemy, you see an enemy, you do what you gotta do. Like if you get caught slipping by an enemy and you don't do nothing about it, and that shit get out, it becomes a problem. You know, like oh, so you saw whoop de whoop, you got chased out of whoop de whoop. We heard whoop de whoop. You get now it's a lot of surveillance. Like people got iPhones and they got phones and
Right.
cameras and all that. So now I'm saying nowadays when you get caught by an enemy, they automatically whip that camera out. They want to show the world that they marked you out or whatever. So you always got to be on your 10 toes at all times. And you got to be ready to go. If it's 5 of them and one of you, do your shit. And if they don't kill you, better go back in, you know?
I heard that. Hey, look, I just want to, I misspoke or you, I just want to make sure that you understood what I was saying. Like what I just said, I was referring to, as if like, inside your clique, if it's, some issues inside your clique, that's more easier to talk out. I wasn't really saying like, versus,
Okay. So
enemy.
like
Or,
inside, and you talking about in home, like
yeah,
in home when we got issues, it's like it's like a round table. You know, when it's an
right,
issue put out there, it's a round table. Everybody have a discussion. Everybody voice their opinion, how they feel about it. And at the end of the day, it don't go to like how you would take it there with enemy. It's not like that. Like you'll just either if it's something you could talk about and just squash it and leave it there, you could leave it there. But 9 times out of 10, it'd be so much hostility and so much built up energy and anger within just being in the streets and our lifestyles that it ends up with a fight. It'd be like a head up or you feel me. But when it comes to that, like it's just between you and who the person is. If it's multiple people, you'll run phase with all of them. Or if it's just between you and that person, you'll run the phase with them. And sometimes people won't back phase and feel some type of way. But other than that, it don't really go further than fighting or just
okay.
conversation.
All right. So, being that, the way LA is set up, like you no matter where you're from, you're really gonna be kind of close to your opposition, your enemy. So with
Mhm.
that being said, something that I always wanted to know, like how is the tension, if a female, lady like yourself, will run into an enemy, but it's a male. It's from a male gang. If you were to run into that enemy, like what type of
If I
issue?
ran into an enemy that was a guy, in LA, most of the time when the enemy run into the enemy female, they be trying to holler. I ain't gonna lie to you. They either got, they either like what they hear about they op and they homegirls, and they just want one. Like, oh, I want to fuck one of them. I'm trying to get in one of them, or they can have a motive. They could be trying to fuck with us, sweet us up, pipe us down or whatever, and be trying to feel like if we fall in love with them when we give up information. Like me,
Right.
it ain't no pipe that much powerful in the world to make you give up my home team. Like you gonna have to just kill me or don't even talk to me. But I really don't do my opposite sides like with dating and all that. I keep that shit separate.
I heard that. That's what's up. Thank you for laying that out. For laying that out. Because that is, you made an interesting point. Like I can see, in certain situations how, somebody would, try to use a relationship, to get, to an enemy and vice versa.
I
A
done seen it
female can be
done.
doing the same thing.
I
So
done seen it
definitely thank you
done.
for laying that out. Definitely. So being that you live in this lifestyle, you've been living this lifestyle for a while. Has it ever, come a time that that you've been in, immediate danger that you can talk about?
Um, yeah. One time, some years back, I used to live in the hood on 11th Ave and between 67 and 71st, and like 6 of my homies was on a high speed chase. Like it was on a high speed chase. Like the hell, I'm talking about the helicopters, SWAT team truck, detective, undercovers. Like it was like a big ass high speed chase, and they all got away. Like they all dipped off and dodged the helicopters and everything, and everybody went their separate ways and got away. But they all met up on 11th Ave at my building. So when we all hear about it, we start seeing them come in either one by one or two by two. And when they all made it back, it was like a celebration. Like, what? Y'all got away from the helicopters and all that? Like, y'all hood for that, you know? But in the midst of us celebrating them getting away, some dude pull up. Like, I don't remember where he was from or whatever, but a dude pull up, and sure he was an enemy because he tried to get cracking on us. Like, he got out this car, he walked up to our gate, and the way our building was set up, it's like we had a 2 entrance gate. Like, our first gate, it was like a little gate with a little grass and shit, and then you gotta walk through another gate to get actually in our building. So once you walk through the gate to get to the building, we are like in the middle of the building, all turned up and shit, loud, the building echoing. A nigga pull up, walk to the gate, and he open the gate and stick his arm in there, and all we could hear was click, 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 click. And we all stop and look at the click. It's a full-fledged nigga at the gate pointing a gun at the whole crowd, like trying to get off on us, but it's gun jam.
Right.
That shit was like some crazy ass shit. Like, in the midst, our lives could have just been over, and we was slipping. We think because we inside of one of our buildings, and ain't nobody bold enough to come to the 60s and walk through a gate and bust on us. So we all slipping. But shit, by the grace of God, it's gun jammed and nobody got hit or hurt or nothing. But, you know, we tried to figure it out who it was.
That's yeah, man. Like you said, man, that's you know, that's amazing by the grace of God that, you know, everything happened like it was. And the fact that that you said something about you know, that y'all almost got caught slipping. I can, you know, I definitely can recall, and you know, and not only Slim videos, but other videos that I've seen, like anybody that's really active, you know, in LA, you know, they kind of, I'm not necessarily say they always looking over their shoulder, but they alert. So I definitely can see what you mean by when you're saying you almost got caught slipping, because like everybody that I see in the videos, like when they're out in public, like they always alert.
I got a gang of them stories, but you know, by the grace of God, back in that time when I was living in the hood, I've been in a lot of situations where I'd have been shot at, and by the grace of God, my enemies have no fucking aim. Like, and I never got hit until years later when I was, I think I was like 21. The first and last time I ever got shot. I was like 21 years old, and I wasn't even in the hood. And it was crazy because I've been chased and shot at so many times in the hood, or whatever the case may be. I always thought that when the time come, if that's how it's meant for me to go, like, I know I'm just about to die somewhere in the 60s, or I'm about to get shot up or whatever. And I've never been shot in the hood. I got shot in somebody else's hood.
Wow. So let me ask you this about that particular, you know, that's a life changing event. You know, someone gets shot. So can you take us back there? You know, how traumatic that was, and you know, that effect that it had on you, not only physically but, you know, mentally.
So August 31st, 2010, I went to work. I used to work at this warehouse in Hawthorne. And at this little warehouse in Hawthorne, through this little program I was on back then, I was like freshly grown. I ain't had no money like that. I wasn't working like that. You feel me? I was barely starting to get into like my full grind mode for like the streets. I was starting to get in my full grind mode or whatever. So I was on GR, getting my little food stamps, my little 221 every month. And they had a program and they put me in a little temporary job for like a year. I have to work at this warehouse, and I'm not a morning person, so I could never get to work on time at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So my supervisor switched my shift from 2 to 10 p.m. So I used to go to work, and that particular night, I kept on calling my best friend and the homies and everybody, and everybody was doing their thing, and nobody answered. And I had no way home. And then Hawthorne Gardena, the buses started running at like 8 o'clock. So when nobody answered, my mom wasn't off work yet. I didn't have no car. I thugged it and I walked. I walked from Crenshaw and El Segundo all the way. Well, for y'all know how far that is, but that's about from Crenshaw to Western. That's like 3 main blocks plus all the little streets in between the main streets. So it was a good 20-minute walk, maybe 20-30-minute walk. And when I got there, it's still Hawthorne Gardena. So I got to now walk from Western and El Segundo to Imperial and Western, which is the same distance, another 20-30 minutes. So a good hour walk. I get to Imperial and Western. I sit at the bus stop for a minute, but at nighttime in LA, our buses stop running on the clock like all day. They run like every hour, hour and a half. So I'm sitting there just thinking like, you only got like 10 more blocks to walk till you get to the homegirl house. Just thug it. So I walk. I'm walking. I get to 104th and I get to 104th and Western. And my first mind was telling me like, keep walking. Like just keep walking. Get to the homegirl house, go eat you some tacos, wait for your mama to pick you up. But I seen some of my homegirls and my homies across the street at my homegirl house, and they saw me. So now my mind is like, damn, you can't just keep walking and not say nothing. That's fake and that's weird. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I bounce across the street, talk to them for like literally 2 minutes. 2 minutes later, some niggas creep up and just start going crazy. They just start busting. I did that already. My thing not on.
Yeah, because it was better look. It was better to come look better.
Okay.
We good.
All right, my bad. Yeah, so we out there chilling for like 2 minutes or whatever. 2 minutes later, 2 niggas pull up. They don't even pull up. So what they do is they drive past us and see us outside, and they bank a right on Western and 104. On Western and 104, it's like a double alley. It's like an alley that's shaped like a T. So when you go through one alley, it takes you through another alley that gets you back to Western. So what they did is when they hit the corner, they parked on the side, came down the back alley, came back to the front alley to end up on Western, and they start busting on us from behind this wall. So I'm right there. When I hear the gunshots and realize they shooting, I just drop to the ground. Like, I don't know what to do. Ain't nothing covering me or nothing. I just drop to the ground and I look back to try to see who's shooting at me. I could feel all the bullets, like a gang of bullets flying past me, like they close. Like, so now my mind is telling me, like, you need to get up, because if you don't, a lot of these bullets are gonna start catching your body. So it's best that you move. So when I get up, my thought is, we on Western. This is a big ass street. Both sides of the lane going south and north. They both got like 2 lanes each, and then you got to turn a lane in between. So it's like 5 lanes in the middle of the street. If I run across the street to the other side, they're not gonna chase me. It's a bunch of cars. Somebody go see them. They go expose themselves, and they don't want to do that. So I jump up, I run, I jump off the curb. As soon as I jump off the curb, I drop low, and literally the last bullet they shot out hit me in the back of my head. Literally the last bullet.
You said in the back of your head?
I got hit with a 4.5. Yep, in the back of my head.
Oh man. Well, first of all, I'm glad that you still here. From that, because that's
Me too.
You know, I hear about a lot of people getting shot in the head, but anybody getting shot in the head, it's nothing light. So so after that, like I often see on a lot of movies and a lot of different documentaries or anything like that. So did it take a long time for you to get help for the ambulance to get there?
Okay, so when I got shot, for a minute I didn't even know I was shot. Like when I got hit, I felt something hit me, but the feeling of it wasn't instantly. Like I got hit, but my adrenaline is pumping. I'm waiting to see if more bullets about to come. What's about to happen when the gun shooting stopped? Now I'm like trying to check on everybody else, but I'm also trying to figure out myself. So I start patting myself, making sure I didn't get hit. But I felt something hit me in the head. So when I wiped my hand in the back of my head to check, like it was like so much blood in my hand. I'm telling all the homies and them, like, I think I got shot, y'all. I think I got shot. They like, where? I'm like, in the back of my head. They looking. I guess they start lying to me, try to keep me calm. But they like, no, I don't think you got hit. You probably just got grazed a little bit. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then my head started getting real hot. Like it started getting hot. It started feeling like it was swelling. I'm swelling and shit. So I'm like, y'all sure I didn't get hit? Whatever. So now everybody trying to jump in. All, four of us got hit. I got hit in the back of my head. One of my homegirls got shot through the stomach, came out her back. Another homie got shot in both of his legs. And then one of my older homies out the hundreds, his big sister, she like 50 years old. She got shot. She got hit like 4 times.
Damn.
And but nobody died. Thank God.
Yeah,
And so when my homegirl jumped in her car trying to go to the hospital, she decided she want to go to Centinela. I don't want to go to Centinela because my brother got hit off his mini bike, went there alive, didn't survive. My granny made it there alive, didn't survive. So I'm like, I don't want to go there and not survive this type of wound. So I sat there and waited like maybe 30 to 40 minutes for the ambulance to come and take me to Harvard.
Damn, so like you said, by the grace of God, nobody died, but that's just a traumatic event, and then everything that you go through afterwards. Like you got to worry about the right hospital to go to, and you ultimately end up having to wait a while for it to go. So thank you for sharing that, and once you got to the hospital and you healed and came back home, like how was the treatment, how was like the acceptance
So when I get to the hospital, I'm in there with one of the other people that got shot, the older lady that got shot. I'm in there with her. I could hear her screaming to the top of her lungs, and I was just sitting there calm. And they did me a woke surgery, so I was awoke when they did my surgery. They poured this little, what is it, like the iodine, it's like the little red iodine stuff. They poured it on my head and they gave me a shot to try to numb it a little bit. And they cut my scalp open just a little bit more than what the bullet did. And they put a whole 45 caliber on my head, like, and they dropped it inside of a cup. But when they was doing the surgery, I was like giggling a little bit because I couldn't really feel the pain of it, but I could feel them in there and it just feel weird. So I'm just like, oh my God, it feels so weird. Whatever. Like my doctor got so mad at me and she told my mama to check me and to give me a psych to talk to, because me getting shot in the head, me smiling and thinking that it was funny. And it's like, it's not funny to me. It's just, it feel weird. And just like, I'm amazed that I'm still alive. I'm woke talking to y'all while y'all digging in my head and all that. It's not funny. It's just like, it just felt weird. And she like, do you know how many people she like, do you know how many people survive a gunshot wound to the head? And I'm like, no. She like, nobody really survives it. So when you survive it, you need to be lucky and you need to be happy. You need to be grateful. So now I'm like in reality check, like, whoa, okay, she just checked the shit out of me. So it's like, okay, get serious, because this is serious. They let me go that night. They gave me staples. They stapled me back up. They took the bullet out. They stapled me back up. They had me come back in like a week or 2 weeks to get the staples out. I get to the hospital. I see patients in there bleeding, croaked over, damn near looking dead and all that. And I'm like, I'm not about to sit here all day. So me and my mom, we went to Rite Aid. We bought some peroxide. We bought a staple remover. We bought some gauze. And we went home and my mom took them out.
That's what's up. And you know what? You just kind of tapped in on something that I often see on a lot of movies that I grew up watching. It's like it just come with the lifestyle. Just being trained and ready to to perform that type of procedure. When somebody is a doctor or anything like that. Like I definitely seen that in a lot of movies, and I heard other people talk about that. So once again,
it definitely get real, especially with me. I'm very impatient, and some stuff I'm very impatient. Like hospitals and doctors, I'm impatient with sitting there waiting. Like my appointment was at 9 o'clock. Why am I still here at 12? Like I'm out of here.
Definitely, I heard that. So I kind of want to switch gears a little bit. Like I said, thank you for sharing that, and what I wanted to accomplish by you sharing that is just the fact that a lady gangster lifestyle is just as dangerous as a male lifestyle. So I think we accomplished that. One thing I do want to talk about, the fact that you are from 60s. I think you the perfect person to ask about, you know, the recent verdict handed down in the Eric Holder case. I kind of want to, you know your thoughts on that.
What he did, it's like the world don't agree with what he did. Like he took out a great man, you feel me, that put on for his city, and not just the city. He put on for a lot of cities and a lot of states. You know, he was very loved. So I think that the verdict that he got, he deserved it. He deserved it. But coming from the streets, I really wish they would have just had their own candle. You know.
Right, right. But I mean, it's looking like, you know, I put it this way, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if he didn't make it, you know, a whole year. I mean, I know he ain't gonna see no, you know, no general population yard, but you know, with everything that I understand about
He go to PC, a snitch might take him out. That's how
exactly,
much that man was
exactly.
loved.
Like it's so many
And
different factors in the SNY yards that, you know, a fan could take him out, a snitch that, you know, that happen to be a fan, or you know, it's just so many
I
different
honestly can
aspects.
see, I honestly can see a snitch taking him out to try to get back into General Pop.
Yeah,
Like that'll be a big debt to pay for low key what you did that we won't fuck with you like that. You know, do us a
right.
favor. We might do you a favor. I ain't not me, but somebody.
Yeah, that's a big mic too. So but yeah, that's that'll be well played. That'll be justice. I mean, that's how I look at that situation. Now I
Hey,
wish, you know,
a lot of people give a deal to make a deal. You know, let's make a deal.
exactly.
$1 million? Shit.
Shit, those niggas.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, like I said, your reaction and your input is definitely important because, you know, anybody can, you know, talk about what they feel and, you know, this and that, but you know, somebody that's actually from there, like, you know, that's why I like to get my information from people that's actually, you
Like
know,
I ain't
from.
gonna lie, I wish I wasn't there the day it happened, but in my mind, I can't honestly tell you what I would have did if I was there. But as the story keep replaying and the video is being shown, my mind just like, damn, I wish I was there. Like if I was there and he pulled up the first time and shot him and then like did the double back and kick him, like, damn, like get a bat. Hit that nigga. Like, you feel me? Like,
Right,
find Blick, bust on him back before he come back. Like, catch that nigga walking off. Like, I'm just thinking of all scenarios. Like, what could I have did for him to just shoot him that one time and then save him? Like, I just wrap my head around it. It's like, damn, I can't really say because I wasn't there. But in my mind, I just be saying over and over, like, I wish I was there because if I was there and I had Blick, I would have drowned that nigga. You know, like, you feel me? Like, Nipsey wouldn't have been just down there by himself. Your ass would have been right there too. Or I be thinking like, shit, is a stick somewhere close? I don't know. Jump in your car, bitch. Chase him down the alley. Run this bitch ass over. You know? I don't know what I would have did, but I just would fucking wish I was there to do something. Like somebody did something.
I heard that. I heard that. So another thing that I wanted to talk about, you know, y'all nice enough to do this interview for me. So, you know, while I got you here, I want you to, you know, take the time to promote, you know, everything that you got going on. From my understanding, you know, you do a lot of hair. Your hair look nice now, by the way. So if you want
Thank
to,
you.
you know, you can tap into some of that. You know, I'm pretty sure, you know, you
Well,
got plenty of clients over there, but you know, a lot of people from here travel there all the
What
time.
more
So
page you building with the hair page you building?
um, I got I got a hair page. It's called Pull Up.
But let that another people what's gonna play up to the page that we're talking on YouTube will build with showing people how to do certain shit, teaching people braiding and all that. Stylish.
Well, I haven't started the page yet, but I'm about to create a YouTube hair channel to try to teach my kids how to do hair and probably teach people how to do hair. Like I taught my sister and my auntie how to do hair when I was younger, so I'm pretty sure it's something I could do. But I'm gonna just do like a lot of different styles and educate my daughters on how to do hair, you know, and be able to do their own hair when they ain't got nobody available. Like when I ain't available, like you can figure it yourself, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna build a YouTube page for all the viewers that fuck with me and fuck with my family and they little girls that want to learn how to do hair and they mamas and they aunties and they grandmas. Like I'm building that page now. Slim helping me, so we about to get in there and have that rolling.
Definitely.
I got my YouTube channel, the Slim600 Family Grind page. If you go on that page, you'll start seeing a lot of me and Slim doing funny shit, and us and the kids, and my oldest kid, and just doing a whole bunch of family shit. You might see cousins and aunties and mamas and all that in between there, but it's just like a whole family thing. When we do our family shit, you could go check Slim600 out on Instagram, and you can check us out on YouTube also. And I also have my personal page, PrettiassMo600. You can always follow there, and you can find my YouTube channel, everything on that platform.
All right, cool. Definitely, thank you for shouting out your Instagram, because I definitely want you to mention that, because I seen some of your reels with doing hair and so I definitely think that's super dope. And the other things that y'all got going on, for sure. The other things y'all got going on with the family and all that stuff, I think that's super cool. To show people a different side of y'all. Y'all obviously got to stay dangerous with the lifestyle, but everybody's still human and still do family thing, so that's super dope. I think that's real cool.
Yeah, I'm 33 now, so my main focus is really my family now. Like the streets is the streets, and that's always gonna be a part of my life, and I'm always gonna keep my energy the same way I've been keeping all the years I've been in it. But my family is like my main focus now, and the streets is just, I'm just protecting my family from them. That's it. Like, that's my main focus. It ain't nothing else. Like, nothing else matter. If it ain't about my kids, my man, and them, you ain't gotta worry about me having war.
I heard that. Definitely. So yeah, I think this has been a super cool, dope project, man, and I definitely want to thank you once again for doing this for me. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. For sure. Shout out to the homie Slim. I hear him in the background. Tell him slide.
You already know. I'm
I was doing hair yesterday. He came downstairs like, "Oh yeah, you got an interview tomorrow." Like, what? Like, I got an interview tomorrow. Like, with who? Who, me? By myself? He's like, yeah. Like, oh, they love you. And you said North Carolina. He's like, oh yeah, they love you, North Carolina. Remember the dude that did our first little interview in the car? I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, like his girl and all them, whatever, they see you and they want to see more. I'm like, whoa, like,
you definitely you definitely relatable. Like, I'm a few years older than you. I'm 37, but 80s baby. But you just, what I mean, your vibe, your energy, you just remind me a lot of my homegirls I went to school with. So that's why, like, I think it's, a lot of people from my way. Yeah. So what now?
So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a great thing.
Right,
that's a good thing.
Right.
So
what I
mean? So a lot of people, gravitate to the energy, man. And something that I heard Slim say and a lot of other people say, it's real and fake people everywhere. So it's like, certain people, a certain place, they're gonna feel and be able to, to relate to people in other places, even though they far apart. So that's why, a lot of females.
Yeah, that's me. I'm all for detecting the real. Like, I don't like fake. I don't like liars.
Right.
Real. I don't like none of that. If you ain't real, you ain't 100% or above, like, I don't want you around me.
I heard that.
My respect and my name is very, very valuable to me. Like I can get money all day and all that, but my respect, once you snatch that and who I am, I'm nothing.
Exactly.
I'm nothing. So I have to keep that. I have to hold on to that. I'm not very disrespectful. I don't just speak out and just talk shit and just cuss people out and belittle who they are, none of that until you come for me. When you come for me, it be different. And I've been saying this a lot when it comes to dudes. Like, when it comes to dudes in the streets, you have a lot of dudes that have respect in the streets. Slim, it's different when a nigga tell you, like, oh, I'm that nigga, whatever. Any nigga could tell a girl that they that nigga because you're a man. So any girl gonna be scared, even if you the scariest nigga, a girl ain't gonna want no smoke really with you because you still a nigga with nigga strength. So me, I gotta try to weed out the bitch niggas from the real niggas, Right. And Slim, I see him as a real nigga just for what everybody says about him. He don't have to tell me anything. The streets tell me the type of nigga he is. So I respect that. Now, the niggas I don't respect in the streets are a nigga that I see get bitched out by another nigga. And then you think you gonna bitch me out. Nah. Not happen. I catch you get bitched out by a nigga, you done fucked up with me.
Right.
Sober. You say the wrong shit to me, I'm on your ass.
Exactly. And like you said earlier, you know, when it happens, you know, the phone's gonna be right there. It's gonna be recorded, so it ain't no denying it. You know, so I definitely feel you on that. Like as far as you know, the aspect.
You lag it a little bit. I didn't hear you.
Oh, my fault. No, I was saying like, you know, something that you said earlier, like, you know, if it's you know, if it's time, basically, if it's time to get cracking, you know what I mean? Like people that don't perform or however it goes, you know, it's gonna be somebody's phone gonna be out recording, so it ain't gonna be no denying it. So, you know, that kind of tie into what you said. Exactly. That, you know, what if you see that, you know, introduce that, you know, they kind of want for you. So,
got to.
Definitely. There's some good California flowers. I can smell them from here. So definitely.
Yeah, it's choking me out a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to the whole Los Angeles, man. But yeah, I think it's been a super dope interview, man. I'm gonna wrap things up. You know, once again, peace and blessings to you and yours. Shout out to homie ODM Slim.
You already know.
Mac.
Back at you.
So, keep me posted with the updates. I know you'll be dropping those soon. To all my viewers and subscribers, please go check out both of the channels, ODM Slim channel as well as my guest tonight, and follow her on Instagram and everything else that she laid out for you. And enjoy some of this good content that she got coming as well. And I think we're gonna wrap things up. This has been another edition of More to Live For with another exclusive West Coast
Thank you,
interview.
everybody, and thank you, all your viewers, and thank you for having me, and I had a good time. I appreciate the love. Much love back.
For sure. From NC to California, man, everywhere in between, man. Ain't nothing but love. So we're going to wrap things up like that. Why settle for less? My last name's Moore, and we out.